Injuries. Gosh, how many awesome moments in sports have they ruined? Countless. The Golden State Warriors three-peat, the rise of the youngest MVP in history, Derrick Rose, the inspiring run of Isaiah Thomas, and many, many more. Sadly, there isn't much that anyone can do about it. Even with the use of the most technologically advanced medical tools and the country's best sports medics, it's still impossible to prevent players from getting hurt from time to time. The gaming schedule right now is very tight, and there are not too many players who can withstand a full 82-game season without a single injury. Surely, things got even more complicated with the current situation and latest mandates, which also prohibit players from entering the game. We'll also speak about that later. So today, we will discuss the most impactful injuries of the current players around the league. We will talk about the expected return dates and the rehabilitation progress. Also, I'd really like to hear your opinion, as I'm very curious about what you, my dear subscribers, NBA fans, and just passing by viewers, what you think about the current league's future. Now grab some snacks, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy the video. But before that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest NBA content. Let's keep rolling. We will start with the team that is destined to make a successful playoff run this year, the Golden State Warriors. Injuries have played a large part in the Dubs' recent history. There's no doubt about it. The horrific 2019 finals, 2 years without Klay Thompson, and 2 injuries that made Stephen Curry miss a lot of months in the NBA schedule. However, Stephen Curry seems to be in the best shape of his career and is currently showing no signs of aging whatsoever. And that's a big positive for Warriors fans. The second most important player for the Warriors is undoubtedly Klay Thompson, who has been absent for almost 2.5 years since the last time we saw him on the court. Great news! His Achilles injury seems to be healing well, and Klay has already started to do basic training like shooting around, which he showed off on his Instagram page. Although we still need to wait until at least late December when Klay is likely to participate in his first game in a very long time. That would be the best gift for any Dubs fan for sure. For more detailed news on Klay's progress, make sure to watch my Klay Thompson Golden State Warriors return video where we broke down all the possible scenarios of Thompson's return. Now let's talk about the future of the team. Yes, James Wiseman. James is officially expected to be out until at least November 12th with his knee injury. On October 15th, he will be cleared to fully participate in all Golden State Warriors practices. And there's a lot of chances that he'll make his return a month later, on November 12th. His team also supports him, especially his mentor, Draymond Green. I also made a video on this injury case, so you can always watch my James Wiseman to miss a chunk of the season video to get more information about Wiseman's recovery path. The third Warriors player we'll talk about is one of the Dubs' latest assets, Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan is a very promising talent, and the Dub Nation definitely sees it. However, we sadly didn't get a chance to see him playing for more than just 2 games, as he suffered a knee injury in the outing versus the Denver Nuggets, where he scored 3 points, got 2 rebounds, and got 1 assist. First, it was stated that the rookie would miss a week, but later, on October 7th, this date was changed to October 15th. We hope Kuminga returns as soon as possible so he can continue growing. Now, let's move on to the next team, the aforementioned Denver Nuggets. One of the most impactful events for the Nuggets last year, besides Nikola Jokic winning the MVP award, was the injury of a young point guard, Jamal Murray. The team's second option suffered an ACL injury last April, leaving the team without a versatile scorer and playmaker. However, the Nuggets did manage to fight their way through the Portland Trail Blazers, only to lose to last year's #1 seed, the Phoenix Suns. An ACL injury is one of the most severe ones in the sports world, let alone in basketball. Needless to say, Jamal was not only unable to play, but he also had to struggle through pain just doing regular things like walking or even getting up from bed. Sadly, no one is certain about those kind of injuries. Some players return after a year only to find out that they are not in the shape they were before, like D. Rose. But there's still a bright light in this situation. Just look at Kevin Durant, who is among the leaders to win the MVP race next year. Certainly, there's no exact date return for Jamal, but he has already overcome a huge injury to his knee, so all we have to do is wait. Jamal Murray is truly one of the best, yet underrated performers in the entire league, and we wish him to get well ASAP. The Dub Nation supports you, Denver fans. The next injured player is actually one of the biggest superstars in the NBA, and he also has suffered an ACL injury, which will sideline him for a long period of time. It's none other than the man with the most uplifting smile in the entire universe, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard tore his ACL on June 14th against the Utah Jazz in the Western Conference semifinals. There's not much to talk about, as we've basically covered all the struggles of different types of ACL injuries in Jamal Murray's case. Although there's still an interesting thing that happened after the injury. The Los Angeles Clippers went all in and decided to offer Kawhi a 4-year, $176.3 million deal. Even without the slightest hope of seeing Kawhi play this season, Kawhi Leonard did the right thing though, taking a bag and securing $39.3 million this season, even if he won't play a single minute with the Clippers. After all, I think Kawhi has done it all. Multiple championships, Defensive Player of the Year trophies, Finals MVP titles, and so much more. Still, we wish the Clippers and Kawhi the quickest return. And the last player we're going to talk about today is also suffering from a severe ACL injury. The promising young player Jonathan Isaac tore his ACL on August 2nd last year, which led to the Orlando Magic tanking for the next season, having the worst record of 21-51 in the league. Sadly, the media focuses exclusively on questions related to his vaccination status and the situation that made his name known for the entire NBA fan base. However, I'm glad to inform you that Jonathan is already back on the court. He's trying hard to be able to play without a brace, which would be a huge step, suggesting the knee is stable and he's comfortable planning on it and moving freely. He also appears to be leaping and dunking. However, there's no clear evidence whether he can completely engage in the game. It's unclear whether this implies he hasn't been approved for 5-on-5 or contact work. Without question, Isaac is going through all the motions and ticking off boxes for both the medical personnel and himself. Isaac has already gone through a long path of recovery, and it's only a matter of time when he returns. All the Orlando Magic fans need is patience. In conclusion, I'd like to say that the current NBA schedule is too tight for some players who are already giving their best for the game. Last season was especially difficult for any NBA player, not only because of the sports-related injuries. I wish all the injured players the quickest and the most successful recoveries so they can return to the court and support their teams ASAP. And what is your opinion? Do you think that the whole injury situation in the league needs to be considered more seriously? Do you think that Klay will return this year to play for the Warriors? If you had a chance to instantly recover one superstar of your choice, who would it be? Tell us what you think in the comments down below, and once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button to catch up with the best NBA content. If you like this video, make sure to watch my other videos about recent NBA news. Thanks so much for watching.